What's up, guys, and thank you for tuning into my channel. My name is Yadrissa, and today I will be showing you guys how I created this creepy voodoo doll slash rag doll Halloween makeup look. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel before we go any further. And if you want to see how I got this look, make sure you keep on watching and tune into more of my videos. So the first thing I'm going to be starting off with, and I'm going to be starting off with this beige cosmetic eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to be going in with that blue eyeshadow, and I'm going to be applying it to this eyelid. I'm not making it in any type of special way or any type of smoky eye or cut crease. I'm just applying that to the lid so that it doesn't look so plain with nothing on this eye. And before I did apply my eyeshadows, I did go in with my foundation and highlight routine off camera, and then I'm just starting here with me just applying my eyeshadow. I did do my brows off camera as well. So what I'm going to be using today is I'm going to be using this face paint palette, and what I'm going to be using right now is I'm going to be taking that white, and I'm going to use that white to extend under my eye to make it appear that my eye is bigger and wider than what it is. So I'm trying to mimic the effect of a wider eye. So I'm just drawing my shape with that white paint, and I'm going to be also filling that white paint in with the blank area that's on the inside. And the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking my black liquid liner, and I'm going to be drawing on some fake eyelashes underneath the fake eye that I have drawn. I thought it looked kind of plain with just the white under eye alone, so I just decided to just draw these lines underneath so, you know, it's visible to what I was trying to do here. And I did go in with a brown eyebrow pencil to first start to make my lines where I want the stitches to be and where I want the cotton to be coming out, the effect of. I did go in with a lighter brown, but it was too light. It blended too well with my skin tone. I could barely see the line, so I did go over that with a dark brown eyebrow pencil, and I'm just going to be going over those lines and making the certain shapes and stuff that I want to make my stitches. I did want these lines by the mouth to be a little bit thicker, so that's why I went over those lines a couple of times. And then for this eye, this is the eye that's going to be pretty much covered up, so that's why I didn't apply any eyeshadow to this eye. So I just pretty much just made kind of like a semicircle around that eye, just so I know where to apply my cotton when I get to that point. So I'm going to be taking that same paint palette, and I'm going in with that black shade, and I'm just going to be filling inside of the lines that I made. So everything that's in between these lines, I'm going to be filling it in with this black paint. And when you fill it in with the black paint first, before you apply your stitches and your lines, it just makes it appear as it's an open area. And it kind of mimics like a doll, a fake doll. So that's why I decided to go with the black. So when it all comes together, it looks like a blank area, an open area. So like I said, everywhere that I drew those lines with my eyebrow pencil, I'm going to be going over it with the black paint. Just outlining everything with that black paint. And try to follow the lines that you have drawn. Don't try to overdraw it unless you made a little bit of mistake, because you can correct it with the black paint that you're using to paint over. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to be even either, because this is supposed to be a scary Halloween look, like nothing perfect. And just, you know, as always, just have fun with it and just be creative when you're making your lines. that black paint just make the lines stand out a lot more, so that's why I went in on top over the dark brown eyebrow pencil with the black paint. And I didn't go all the way up to my eyebrow or all the way around because it wasn't necessary, because that's going to be covered up anyway. So the next thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking my brush and I'm going to be outlining all of the lines that I have made on my face. So on the outside of each of the lines, I'm going to be applying that white paint. And be careful not to go over the black line while you're drawing your white lines, because when I was doing that and I was applying the white paint, sometimes I would go over the line a little bit and the black paint would get on the brush with the white paint, and that's what I didn't want to get it mixed up on my palette. So I was trying to be careful to stay outside of the line of the black and just create my own line with the white, because I did not draw a line for the white paint. I just drew the line for the black paint. So just everything outside of the black paint, you just basically outlining it. So now that black line, as you can see, is starting to appear as if the white line is outside and the black part where the paint is, it kind of looks like that's the inside and the white is kind of mimicking open skin, if you use your imagination. Or maybe not open skin, because it's supposed to be a stitched doll. So think of a doll. And I did create this look a couple of years ago. It was a look similar to this one, but it did not have the cotton sticking out. But it was a look that was similar to this one. It was also a stitched doll. So if you want to just check out the progress in my videos and how much I'm learning and how to draw better and just do face paint a lot more better. So if you want to check out that video, it's also called Stitch Voodoo Doll. So after that, I am going to be going in with my So I did want to just extend the look down a little bit further, and I just brought it down to my neck. So I just thought I'd just draw one big slit or stitch on the neck. And again, we're going to be outlining that black line with the white paint. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using that same dark brown eyeshadow, dark brown eyebrow pencil, and I'm going to be outlining each of the lines outside of the white. So wherever the white is on the outside of it, I'm going to be outlining that, because when I put the dark brown on the outside of the white, it's going to make it look like there's a shadow there. So that's why I'm applying the dark brown. I know it may look crazy now. You may not have the vision now, but as you keep watching, you're going to see everything come together step by step. So after I finish doing the dark brown around every white outline, then I'm going to be just blending that line in and basically just smudging that line to make it look messy and smudged, because we don't want it to be like uniform. We just want it to look like a smudged line basically. So just blend that out. And then I'm going back in with that same black paint, and I'm going to be drawing my holes These dots are supposed to mimic holes that I'm going to be later on drawing over with my stitches. So I'm just applying the dots around every place that I'm going to be drawing the stitches. That's why I'm applying the black paint dots only. See, I didn't apply it to the cheek or to the other eye because that's going to be covered by something else. And wherever I did place the dots, I did try to put the dot on the opposite side straight across from it, so that when I make my stitches or mimic the stitches with the paint, that it's going to look like it's kind of like a shoelace going through, and you want it to match the opposite side. So now I'm taking my black liquid liner and I'm going to be outlining, just making a slight C curved around the black dots, because I wanted to mimic like as if it's being pulled. As you put the stitches, I wanted to mimic that the skin is being pulled and it's kind of taut. So that's why I added these little C shaped around, and I did a light tan. I didn't use the paint, I just used this one because it makes it look a little bit more realistic with this. And I am going in with that red liquid lipstick, and I'm not going to be lining my whole lip. I'm just going to be doing the center part of my lips because I thought it looked more doll-like. In that same paint palette, I'm going to be going in with that white and shade, and I'm going to be going crisscross over the lines that I have made. And this is what I was talking about when I said the stitches. It makes it look like maybe there's a shoelace or some type of stitching. The face is being stitched together. So that's what this white paint is mimicking, stitches. I did have to constantly wipe my brush off. I was drawing these lines going through, because I am going across the black. So I wipe my brush off after every time that I drew through the black paint, because I didn't want to mix the black paint into my white paint when I was going back in to continue to draw the lines. Some of them are crisscross, and then you'll see a couple lines that I have there are just going straight across. So you don't have to do it in any special pattern. That's just what I wanted to do. As you can see, this one right here is going to be just a line going straight across, so it looks a little bit different from the other lines, which are just crisscross across each other. So you're going from one dot to the other, but you're not going on top of the dot. You're just starting from the end of the dot and working your way to the end of the other dot. And I wasn't supposed to do the crisscross all the way to the top of my head, but I forgot that I was applying that cotton there, so that's why I went all the way up. So don't go all the way up with your crisscross with your stitching lines. Remember, you have to have place for the cotton. I wanted my neck to look like it was kind of cut off or sliced open, and the white was going to just mimic stitches again. And that was my liquid latex. I'm going to be applying that to the places where I'm going to be applying my cotton. So this is why I didn't put any stitches on this cheek here, because I was going to be applying my cotton here, and I wanted to make it look like the cotton was coming out of my skin, kind of like a stuffed animal. Like if it was a ripped stuffed animal, you'll see the cotton coming out of it. That's what I was trying to mimic here. And then for this side, on this eye, I wanted to cover this whole eye with the cotton, so that's why I am outlining the line that I had made here, so that the cotton can have something to stick to. So that's why I was applying the liquid liner in a circular shape, and I didn't fill it in over my eyelid because it didn't need to be on my eyelid, because around the circle is just enough to keep it in place where it doesn't move. So I am applying my cotton to the place where I have left it open. And as you can see, I did go over those stitch lines that I did apply to the forehead because I forgot I was applying the cotton in that area, but this is how I applied it. The liquid latex, it just dries down, and then I just add that cotton right on top of it. And as you can see, it looks like a ripped doll. It looks like the cotton is sticking out of my skin. And I was just molding it, just trying to keep everything in place. And then, like I said, for this eye, it's going to be the whole thing covered up. So what I was trying to do, I was trying to bunch up the cotton into that one area where I had the liquid latex, just to keep it all in place. And just make sure all the sides are stuck down. So I did hold it down for a little bit, just so that latex could adhere to that cotton. I did want to add a little bit extra to the neck area, but I didn't draw a space for the cotton, so I just drew over the lines and I just applied some liquid latex there, and I'm just going to be applying some cotton right on top of that. I really had fun with this look. I know I say that in every video, but I really did. This is the finished product of this creepy voodoo doll. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and let me know what you guys think of this look and what else you want to see in the future. Here's my social media handle. You can check me out on other social media platforms, and don't forget to check out my other videos. Bye.